Hello, well you weren't expecting me. You're watching Dave's Allotment.
Afternoon folks, just a quick one today because something's changed since the last video I made involving these. So before I do that I'm going to put the kettle on because I'm choking, so I'll see you in a bit.
Dave at the Allotment. Dave, what are you after this afternoon? Still cracking on at the Allotment? Get the kettle on. It's Dave at the Allotment. See you in a bit.
Well, while I'm having my cuppa, I'll tell you about what's been happening. The dreaded blight. It's 15 years I've had my garden. 15 years I've grew potatoes. This is the first year I've ever had any bother with blight. And it's eventually reached the northeast of England, which is a shame, like. So I've come up today. Well, on Thursday I came before I went to Throckley for the weekend, and my potato plants were fine, perfectly green, nothing the matter with them whatsoever. I come back yesterday, it was chucking down with rain as well, and the first thing I noticed, it was as if someone had put a load of weed killer over all of my potato plants. They were just dead, dying off. So luckily I've managed to cut off the growth, and I dug one of the potatoes out yesterday. It doesn't seem to be affected, so I'm going to get the rest of them out today, see how far I get, because there's quite a few plants to come out. So when I finish my cuppa, I'll take you up there and I'll show you what's been happening. Well, as you can see, the potato patch is a bit different from the other day. Like I say, yesterday it was raining. I just managed to cut the tops off before there was too much damage. But within 3 days, it all turned like that, and it's got nothing to do with dying back. The potatoes don't die back that quickly, so I've chopped them all back. I've started digging a few out here. They're not too bad, but they should have been still growing yet, so they're all small, unfortunately. Now I've got 2 rows of Morris papers. See how many I get and see what, hopefully I'll get some big ones, like. And these, no, wait there, 1, 2, there's another 2, that's Morris paper here, Morris paper there, or is it? Yeah, it is, these 2 are Morris paper, this one's King Edward's, and these 2 are Red Roosters, and the end one is an Apache. So I'm going to see what the crack is there. I've just seen Ray there as well. His potatoes are turned the same. He's just been chopping the heads back off there. Just all died off, haven't they? Within a couple of days. And it usually takes longer than that for them to die down, doesn't it? So he's just bagging it all up and taking it to the incinerator, because no, keep that off the compost, best off burning it. Alright, so I was just saying, it's the first time in 15 years that I had no problem with blight before. Are you? And how many years you've been here now? 30, something like that? Aye. So it just shows you, like, climate is definitely changing. It's just getting hooked on the blackberries, which I'm still getting loads of. Even the birds are sick of them now, I think. But aye, things are definitely changing. So like I say, I'm going to get these 2 rows out here, see what's happening, and I'll show you when I'm finished. that's one bucket filled of 3 plants. Not too bad. I'll carry on with the rest and I'll show you when I'm done. Well, that's the 2 lines of Morris papers out, and that's the last line of the King Edwards. But this bag, half full, and it's a full-size potato sack, 25 kilos, so there's about 12.5 kilo in there. Not a bad size. There's quite a few smaller ones, but not too bad. Morris paper. Like I say, that's 3 plants worth of King Edwards. And there's 10, I dug 10 plants up of the Morris paper. So that's not too bad. I'll say 12.5 kilo. And I don't know what that'll weigh, but they're still alright. So next is the red roosters. I'm going to dig a couple of them up, see what's happening with them, and then leave the rest, I think, because it was mainly these the King Edwards and the Morris papers that got the blight quickest, like. So hopefully they'll be alright, but I will dig a red rooster out and I'll dig an Apache out just to see how they're coming on. But first I'm going to get the kettle on, so I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! Well, that's the tatties out. What's that, Ray? I'm just talking to YouTube. I'll see you in a minute. Like I was saying there, all my tatties are out. There's 10 plants all together with the Morris paper, and they're not too bad. Some alright sized ones there. Like I say, that's going to be a full bag of spuds. It's heavy enough, like. I've also dug a few of these out here as well. These are the red roosters. I've given them a bit of a clean, let them dry out here in the sun. Not too bad. Couple of big ones. Most of them are that big, but they'll do me. That's 3 plants worth there. That's the biggest one. So that's the roosters. Now also dug out one of the Apaches. Not too bad. Not too bad. Letting them dry out as well. So these are going in the shed where they'll be drying out, and I'll give them a wash when I need to take them and use them. So I'm not too disappointed, even though they would have been better if the blight hadn't have got the plants, like, but you can't do nothing about that. At least if I had been a couple of days later, I think I would have lost the whole potatoes as well, so I'm glad I come over when I did. Anyway, there's one more thing I want to talk about before I go, so I'll talk about that in a minute.
Hey, this is Garrett Wong. I played Ensign Harry Kim on Star Trek Voyager, and make sure all of you watch Dave's Allotment.
On YouTube.
On YouTube!
Right, hello. Now I know there's a few of you know about apples, so I'm going to ask you some advice here. Now I went on the internet to find out where I could go to send some apples to be identified. Now the Royal Horticulture Society will do it, but they want £20, so I don't fancy paying that. If anybody knows of anybody who can identify them, that would be great. And if they could leave a comment on how I go about it, that would be even better. Because like I said, sorry about that, my memory card ran out. As I was saying, the tree has got quite a thick trunk which goes off and it's been espaliered, and even that must be about, well, quite thick. Like, it's a really old tree anyway. For years it didn't get any apples on, and it was going to get chopped down, but I thought, well, it's been grown for so long, why chop it down? And I eventually managed to get apples back onto it. Took years, and now I want to try and find out what they are, because there might be one of these old varieties. Here's one I picked off. It's a small one, but it'll give you the general idea. They've got like this like nipply bit on the top, and they go like a browny colour, but they taste fine. There is a couple of bigger ones that aren't ready yet, which I'm hopefully going to save. I'll get in front of the camera. Hopefully I'm going to be able to save 3 of them and find out what they are. But like I say, I don't want to pay £20. Let's get my trusty knife out. I'll show you the... I'll do this here because I don't even know if you could see us there. But it's nice and firm flesh. I'll just eat a bit here. Ah, they're really sweet. They're not a cooking apple. Definitely not. I'll see if I can get down to the pips. They're really nice. Like I say, they're definitely not a cooking apple, and they just look like a crab apple. I shouldn't speak with my mouth full, sorry. They just look like a crab apple, and probably the reason why they're not in the shops anymore, or if they are, I don't know. It's because they don't look very nice. You know, the skins where they look brown and that. But the firm flesh, and really juicy, nice and sweet. So if anybody can help us with that, that'll be great. Thank you very much. I'm going to finish enjoying this apple, so I'll see you in a bit. Well, I've had it for the day, that's it. My tatties are up, or as much as I can get. I've just stood up here though because I've found another skip find, which is canny good. It's one of them glass cabinets. Perfect. Ideal little hothouse inside the greenhouse there. All the shelves are there. I tell you what, it was a right mission getting it here. Good old trusty wheelbarrow. Ha, and a lot of cursing. Anyway, there's not much down here to show you because I haven't been doing much. That's the pile that needs to be burnt. And like I say, the Morris pipers are out. And the row of King Edwards. 3 plants of... I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants of the Apache. No, not the Apache. The redskin roosters. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 plants left of the Apaches. My leeks are doing canny there. But like I say, nothing much has changed here. My kale, I've just left the net over it off now, that's it. They're doing okay. But I just wanted to quickly show you this while I'm filming. Me pumpkin. And there's a kind of iron brew made in Scotland from Gerdas next to it there, just to give you a point of reference. So it's coming on canny there. So is the onion. It's still growing as well. It's still shooting off leaf. So I wonder how big that will eventually get. I just leave it for the new. But I'm quite pleased with my first ever pumpkin. Let's hope it gets a bit better. Oh, and I've put this on the bottom. I had a couple of comments actually. But Bill, you're right, I think it would have rotted on the bottom. So I've put this silk screen thing that's keeping it up, keeping it safe from harm, hopefully. Anyway, that's it. Oh no, it's not. Them potatoes I put into these pots here I've earthed up, so that's it for them. Once it starts getting a bit colder, I'll stick them in the greenhouse over there, and all things should be champion. So folks, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, commenting, liking and all that kind of thing. It's been great. I love it. I love every single moment. I keep on making videos till there is no more videos to be made. So I'll see you on the next one, folks. It'll probably be Sunday. I am going to pop up to that Newcastle Allotment show thing that's on in Westgate Hill. Google it, Newcastle Allotment show. If anybody's around about that area, pop along. I know Radio Newcastle is going to be there, so I might even get on the radio. So folks, that's it. Like I say, the next video will be on Sunday when I have a little walk around the show. So until then, bye for now.